exhales. And so let's set a metronome for the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. Keep that lift through the whole practice. Now, Mula Bandha is going to bring lightness to the practice. So it's a core exercise for yogis, but it's also waking up dormant energy at the base of the spine called Kundalini Shakti. If you do not want assist today, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. If you don't want lotions, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. Was that a leg for you or not? Okay. Okay. I don't know what that means. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. You can go up there. Inhale. Oh, I'm sorry. Exhale 4. I got distracted. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Push your shoulders back a little. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Good. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under and push the seat back to the heels. Then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Good. Let's do that one again. On inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, and lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees a little bit. Walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Blocks are terrific if your hands are lifting up or you're bending the knees. A lot of times people will tell you to bend the knees if you have tight hamstrings. Listen, here's the deal. I'm not going to lie to you. I lie to you. It's like that arrhythmic song. I would never lie to you. If you are sending your sit bones back behind your heels, you're tightening your hamstrings. So even if you have your knees bent, you have to put more weight into your hands as much and into the front of the foot if you want to trigger the hamstrings. If the seat is behind the heels, you're in like a squat. You're tightening the glutes and you're tightening the hamstring. So think about that. All those people with tight hamstrings. Exhale 1, you're usually sending your butt behind your heels, which is tightening everything up, and you don't even realize the action you're doing. Exhale 3. Inhale. So yoga is about bringing awareness to things. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Ooh. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Then just soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearms, squeeze in with the knees. Yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Then place the hands on the floor. Come sit down. A little twist. Extend the legs out in front of you. Bend the right knee into the chest. Place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Pull the left toes back. Dorsiflexing. Lift the left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the right hand a little closer to you than the wall behind you. And push into the hand and roll the shoulder back to the left. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Come center. And exhale, counter twist. Twist over to the left. Then come center and extend the right. Bend the left knee, left foot on outside of right. Dorsiflex right. On the inhale, lift right arm up. And exhale, twist left. And bring the hand behind you. Here again, pull your right toes back. Having awareness of the hamstring. Exhale, 1. The thing that you're not focused on, right? That the leg that's extended out. Like most people don't even think about it. Exhale, 2. Think about it. Exhale, 3. That's a lot about what was going on this month. Start thinking about it. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then I'll come back center. Then exhale, counter twist. Then come back center. And exhale, extend the left leg. And just come to a seated position. Sukhasana, easy seat. We're going to chant a little bit. We're going to chant a couple of things tonight. We're going to chant the expiration of the month, Lokasamasta. So that's on page 16. But then we're also going to turn over to page 43 and chant the yamas. Okay? We're going to chant Patanjali's yamas. 3 ohms. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Your turn. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Twice more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now look at it in English. We'll do this as a call and response. May all beings everywhere, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some small way, contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for all, to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Go back to Loka. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Twice more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now, turn over to page 43. And we're going to chant from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras 2.30. The yamas are restrictions. So we'll do this as a call and response. Ahimsa, ahimsa, satya, satya, asteya, asteya, brahmacharya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, aparigraha, yamaha, yamaha. Okay, so there's a couple of sandhis here, meaning 2 vowels meeting. Satya and asteya. When they come together, it becomes satya, steya. The second A drops. And then brahmacharya aparigraha. Brahmacharya parigraha. Okay? So when you put it together, it would be ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. Your turn. Ahimsa satyasteya brahmacharya parigraha yamaha. Once more. Ahimsa satyasteya brahmacharya parigraha yamaha. So I always think that like sometimes we have to understand that one time I saw a interview with Krishnamurti. Does anybody know who do not know who Krishnamurti is? Krishnamurti was a very famous teacher who was an Indian gentleman. You can turn it over to a little to the side if you want to. Yeah. He was supposed to be in the 1950s. He was supposed to be the next great guru in India. Like everybody, he was supposed to be the Sadguru. If you know who Sadguru is, he was supposed to be the Sadguru of his time. And Krishnamurti actually didn't want the position. He rejected it, and he came to America to give a lecture. He didn't tell everybody in India, but he was planning on never coming back to India because he didn't want that position as like the great guru. And he wanted to be a teacher, but he wanted to be an academic. He wanted to be a pundit. He didn't want to be a guru. Right? Pundits are like people who mix academic knowledge with it, right? They're specialists. And he wanted to be more of an intellectual. So he stayed in America for many years before he ever went back and started teaching these teachings, but he was teaching them in a very academic situation. And someone asked him one time, you can find the video on YouTube because there's many videos of him talking. They said, what was the goal of ancient yoga practitioners? And he looked at him, he said two things. He said, ethical living. He said, that is all ancient people wanted to do was learn to live ethically. He said, that was the reason why they practiced yoga. It was like, and then he just went to the next question. He did not expound on it. And I was like, wow, that's like a direct answer, like live ethically, right? So when we chant Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, it's about ethical living. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, the words, and actions of my life contribute in some small way to that happiness and that freedom for all. I'm going to live ethically. But, that's a very modern interpretation of the mantra because the mantra doesn't actually say that, right? The mantra just says location, same and equal standing, sweet middle, energetic, that's what I'd like to achieve. But there are other texts out there that tell us, look, you have to live ethically if you want this thing called yoga. So we then refer to the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, right? And he gives us yamas and niyamas, and we chanted the yamas. The yamas are the things that we're to restrict ourselves on. Yama means to restrict. Pranayama, I'm restricting the prana. Or yama, the Lord of Death, it restricts the life, right? I love the fact that like pranayama, which is life-giving, and yama are both called, like they both have the word yama in them. And yama is the Lord of Death. He has a noose and he comes and he like takes you away down to the kingdom of the dead, right? So that's a kind of interesting thing. So yama here is the same word, but it's a restriction of action, to control action. So Patanjali says ahimsa. Ahimsa has been translated into non-violation, non-violence, non-harming. All of them are correct, right? But I do believe that non-violation is a little more subtle thinking than non-harming, right? Because when you say non-harming or non-violence, you think about actual physical interaction with another being, right? That's the first thing I think of when I hear non-violence, right? But when I say non-harming, that becomes a little more subtle. But then when I say non-violation, that's very subtle. So then it's almost like actions, words, and thoughts. Like thoughts are the most subtle. So a violation could be done through my thoughts. Like I never say it to you. I never act on it, but the whole time I'm thinking something horrible and toxic. and I'm creating a toxic environment because of my thoughts. It's always under the surface. That happens a lot with very clever people. They're able to create kind of toxic energy under the surface. It all looks rosy on top, but underneath it, it's toxic. So ahimsa, non-violation. Satya, truthfulness. Truthfulness is an interesting word, because truthfulness is not telling your best friend that the dress that yes, the dress makes you look fat, my dear. That's not truthful. That's just being harmful. That's just being toxic again. And Satya is said it has to be mutually beneficial for both parties. That's an interesting way to understand what Satya is. It has to be mutually beneficial for you, and it has to be mutually beneficial for me. So if it's only mutually beneficial for me because I say the truth and it hurts your feelings, that's not Satya. That's just bringing up that toxic energy that humans can have. Asteya, non-stealing, or not taking what's yours. Now, here again, the problem with asteya when you first hear non-stealing is it becomes very gross. I'm going to steal your money. But there's a lot of things a person could steal from another being that are subtle. I could steal your identity. I could steal your ideas. I could steal your hope. I could steal your inspirations. I could steal your dreams, right? So here again, ahimsa, going back to the idea of non-violation, make it subtle. Ethical living, make it subtle. Then brahmacharya. Now this one is the one that everybody gets hung up on in the modern world, especially after the sexual revolution of the 1970s, restricting the sexual energy, right? So controlling that. Why does Patanjali bring that up? Because it would be very easy just to kind of bypass that. Well, he knows that when people get involved with each other physically and emotionally, that if it goes sour, it can be very toxic, right? And then all of the things that he's already talked about come into play, like people lie, they steal, they like harm because they're angry and their ego's hurt. So he's not, when he talks about brahmacharya and reducing and restricting sexual energy, he's not saying to do that simply out of like some kind of renunciate, like, oh, you should go be like a Catholic priest and never have intimacy. He's saying it because he knows that that can plant a seed for those toxic things to rise to the surface when the relationship goes bad. So he's saying, be aware of that, because that energy is so powerful from the second chakra that all of a sudden, you are breaking all the yamas and niyamas because, you've been emotionally harmed or hurt in a relationship. Very simple. Aparigraha, which is an interesting yama because it sometimes is translated as being generous, but it actually means not to grip. It translates literally into not grip. Know when to let go. Know when to let go. How many situations have you been in that had gone toxic because the person was unable to let go? Let go of their anger, let go of their fear, let go of their emotions that keep them bound up in a cycle. A parigraha is not just about generosity with money. That's easy. If you have money, it's easy to give away money. Right? Parigraha is about letting go of the subtle things. And so when we talk about that idea of ethical living, a yogi is learning to live ethically on the most subtle level, right? Not just recycling. That's easy. Not just like, and living a vegan lifestyle, that's easy. But it's that idea of bringing these subtleties into practice, that you're living ethically with the beings around you in a subtle way. that is actually creating that bob, right? So it's just some nice things to think about moving forward, because this is a really good time to start thinking about personal actions and personal motivations in a world where like very few people are thinking about how their actions are actually affecting other beings. They're just like acting, right? And almost to the point where they're acting out, you could say. Close up your chant books and place them to the side. Come to the front of your mat, standing into Tadasana, mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone. Gazes at the horizon. Take a moment, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. And set a higher intention for the practice today. That idea of becoming more subtle in actions and thoughts and words. And recognizing the little subtleties that you could change to actually create those bobs to uplift the lives of other beings, not just human beings, but all beings, plant beings, animal beings, water beings, sky beings, beings that maybe we're unaware of. And then exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. With straight legs, on the inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you, raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take the arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step right foot back into a long lunge and look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog, lift hips. On the inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly stepping right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets the right and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps all the way back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again, but we're going to add on to it. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot back. Exhale, dropping to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, dropping to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step, left foot next to right, and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up and straighten the legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together and fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, dropping to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, dropping to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, stepping right foot next to left and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Good. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put hands on earth and extend legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, stepping right foot forward, turn left heel down, come up warrior one, and stay. Exhale, pull right hip back. Good. Inhale. Exhale, left hip moves forward. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1, and stay. Exhale, pull left hip back. Inhale. Exhale, right hip moves forward. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, stepping right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee, stay in warrior 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, check the left arm out. Make sure it's even with the right. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank with control. Exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down, come up, warrior one. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend the left leg, make any feet adjustments you need to. Then exhale, bend the left knee, stay in warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, back arm lifts as high as the front. Inhale. Exhale, 2, good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, extend the left leg 1 breath. Then exhale, rebend the left knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth with control. Step back to a plank. Then exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga like a push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward. Left heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, reaching to the right, pulling the left hip back, right hand on right shin. Left arm lifts up, triangle trikonasana. And as you do that, now notice if you're kind of crumpling. So you want to really try to touch the ceiling, not the floor. So the core, there should be a little space here. Exhale 1. You shouldn't, your lower ribs shouldn't come and touch your right hip bone. Exhale 2. There's space there. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Good. Then exhale, bend the right knee, right hand inside the right foot. Exhale, the left arm's going to lift right up toward the ceiling. You're going to move the right shoulder into the right knee and pull the right hip crease back toward the left heel. Exhale 1. So you're kind of flattening out a little bit. Exhale 2. It's like you're being pressed between 2 panes of glass. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, gently place the left hand down. Now walk both the hands over to the left. As you walk to the left, rotate on the heels, paralleling the feet to each other. So they're like railroad tracks. Good. Now take a moment, lift the head and chest, look up. Remember what I said in the warm-up? If your sit bones are behind your heels, you're really tightening. You're not really hitting those hamstrings. So move a little weight forward into the front of the foot so you're not hanging out in the heels. Then exhale, fold forward and walk the hands back. Bring the crown of the head toward the floor. The elbows are bent like at a 45-degree angle. If the head is on the floor and you would like to come into a tripod headstand, press into the hands and lift the legs out to the side and lift the legs together overhead, coming into a tripod. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. So extend through here and walk hands back. Exhale 2 there. Now, exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. If you're in a tripod, open the legs up to a straddle and with control, put the feet on the ground. Good for you. Now, inhale, lift the head and chest, walk the hands forward. Now, soften your right knee, start to point your right toes toward the windows. Walk your hands back toward the windows, coming onto the ball of the left foot, like you're in a lunge. Now, put weight into your left hand. On your inhale, lift your right arm up into the air and twist. Sometimes this is called easy twist. Exhale 1. I don't think it really has a name. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, place the right hand down outside the right foot. Yep. Exhale, drop to the left knee. Now keep the left toes tucked under. Don't come onto the top of the foot, but keep the toes tucked under. Move the left knee a bit back where I am toward the wall behind you. Then on your inhale, hook your thumbs, lift your torso up, raise your arms up alongside your ears. Then reach up toward the ceiling. Make a little more space through the side flanks of the body. Then exhale, arch back, and as you arch back, move the hips toward the windows. Your right knee will overshoot your right ankle now. Exhale 1. Inhale, good. Anjaneyasana. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Now notice the difference when you tuck that under. Exhale 4. You feel something more. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale. Lift your shoulders up. Place the hands on the floor. Frame your right foot with both hands. Good. Then lift the left knee off the floor. Extend the right leg. Move the left foot forward halfway till the heel is on the ground. Then pull the right hip back, the left hip forward, and exhale, fold over the right leg, Parvottanasana. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Now bend the right knee. Put weight in the right foot and the hands. On the inhale, lift the left foot off the floor, extending the right leg. Yep. Now, bend the left knee. Bring the left knee next to the right. So knees together. You should look back and see your left toes pointing downward behind you. Now imagine that you have ink on the sole of your left foot and you want to put a footprint on the wall behind you. Extend your left leg straight back where your toes pointing down. Good. Then exhale, fold forward. So standing split with a closed hip instead of an open hip is what's happening. Inhale. Exhale, 1, keep pointing toes down. Exhale, 2, good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift your head and chest. Look up. Walk the hands forward. So the fingers are underneath the shoulders. Now, I like blocks for this. Put your fingernails on the blocks. Notice how that jacked your scapula up a little bit and got you to contract the muscles in your upper back. Look toward the windows, not the floor. Now reach your arms alongside the body and balance on your right foot. Reach back with your hands. I'll give you my hands. Put your foot into me and then reach back, grab my hands. Exhale, 1. Good. Now pull and push. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently place the hands on the floor. On the inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, step the left foot back in a lunge. And then go back downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Right heel turns down. Come up, warrior 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana Dos. Inhale, extend the left leg. Now, as you extend the left leg, you're going to reach, and pull this hip back. You're going to keep that space right there. And then you're going to put the hand down and reach high. Exhale, 1. Feeling all the spaciousness in the side of the body. Exhale, 1. Not collapsing there. Exhale, 2. Isn't that nice? Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lifting all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee, left hand inside the left foot. And then exhale, right arm's going to reach right up toward the sky, and the shoulders kind of pull back. Left hip crease kind of pulls toward the right heel. Exhale, 1. So there's a little flattening. Exhale, 2. Yep. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently place the right hand down. Now walk both hands over to the right. Rotate on the heels. Now this time, turn the fingers out to the side walls. Then turn the fingers toward the wall behind you. Then inhale, lift the head and chest, and exhale, fold, but walk the hands behind you. Now, if you want to come into a headstand again, take your hands just a little wider, press into your feet, and just like you did with tripods, start to lift your legs up into the air. Come on, you can do it. I got you. And then as you lift the legs up into the air, squeeze the legs together. I'm here, Stephanie. I'm here, Stephanie. Lift up, exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good echo. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Open the legs up to a straddle if you're in the headstand. And then place the hands on the floor. Start to lift the head and chest. Turn the fingers out to the side walls. Then turn the fingers back toward the wall in front of you. Bend the left knee. Start to walk the hands toward the windows, coming onto the ball of the right foot in a lunge. Put weight into your right hand. On the inhale, lift the left arm up and look over the left shoulder. A little twisting action here. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then on the inhale, place the left hand down, drop to the right knee. As you drop to the right knee, notice that the right toes are tucked under. Keep the right toes tucked under. Even if you want to put a little blanket underneath your right knee, you can put a little blanket there. But notice what happens when the toes are tucked under of the back foot instead of on the top of the foot. Lift the torso up, hook the thumbs, raise the arms up alongside the ears, and begin to arch back. Now, as you arch back, bend the left knee more. Don't straighten it. Move the hips toward there. No. You're straightening. Bend, bend, bend. Move the hips that way. This is where we're looking for the target stretch, right in the front of the right thigh, quadricep. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Lift the shoulders. Place the hands on the floor. Frame the left foot. Now lift the right knee off the floor. Straighten the left leg. Move the right foot forward till the heel's on the ground. Little Parvottanasana. Lift the head and chest. Pull the left hip back. And then exhale, fold. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Now exhale, bend the left knee. Put more weight in the left foot and the hands. On the inhale, lift the right foot off the floor. Now what happens immediately is everybody goes into external rotation. Bring the right knee next to the left. Look back at your right foot and see your toes pointing down. That is a closed hip. Now with a closed hip, extend the right leg straight back as if you're trying to put your footprint on the wall. Then exhale, fold forward over the left leg in a standing split with a closed right hip instead of opened. Exhale, 1. Yep. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift the head and chest. Look up at the windows. Move your hands forward till your fingers are underneath the shoulders. You can come on blocks for this. When you come onto your fingernails, that activates the scapula and the rhomboids. They kind of squeeze together. That's the back bend part of it. Then reach your arms back behind you and grab my fingers. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Push with your right heel. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the hands down. Exhale, soften the left knee. Inhale, step the right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Now, bend the left knee. Oh, I'm sorry. Come onto the right hand outside of the right foot. I'm sorry. I skipped a step. I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. Come onto the right foot, the right hand. Now, bend your left knee and step your left foot behind you. Yeah. Then lift the hips up and point the left fingers toward the windows. A little back bendy side plank, or sometimes it's called wild thing. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. On your inhale, place your left hand down as you lift your left leg up into the air. Yep. Then bend your left knee and bring your left knee into the chest. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Lay your left knee down in between your hands. Send your right leg back, coming into a pigeon. Good. Now lift the head and chest. Pull the left hip back. And then exhale, fold forward over your bent left knee. So let me go up here. So I'm going to have you, bring your left foot over here. There, that's where you want it. Good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift the head and chest, walk the hands back. So we've been doing a lot of psoas and quad work. So we're going to do another quad opener. Bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand, grab the inside of your right foot. Yep. Now, when you grab the foot, you always want to kind of open the chest up to the right. But to get the back bend, you got to move your right shoulder toward the windows and your left shoulder back. Now, just kind of push down on the top of the right foot and bring the right heel toward the outside of the right hip. You'll feel this in the front of the right thigh again. Exhale 1. There's your target area. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then just gently release the right foot. Place the hands down. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the left leg up into a down dog split. Now you've done closed hip, closed hip, closed hip. Bend the left knee, open, stack the hips. External rotation of the left leg. Know the difference between the two of them. Inhale, come back to a down dog split, and exhale, put the left foot on the floor. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Exhale onto the left hand, the outside of the left foot. Now bend the right knee, step the right foot behind you. Now lift the hips and point the right fingers toward the windows. Wild thing. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now on the inhale, place the right hand down as you lift the right leg up in a down dog split. Exhale, bring the right knee into the chest, bring the shoulders over the wrists, move the right knee a little bit to the left, lay the right shin down, extend the left leg behind you, coming into a pigeon. Kapote asana. Lift the head and chest, pull the right hip back, and then exhale, fold forward and breathe. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, lift the head and chest, walk the hands back, shoulders over hips. Bend the left knee, reach back, grab the inside of the left foot with the left hand. Now, as you grab the foot, here again, because you're grabbing the foot, there's that idea that you are opening to the left side. Now, pull your right shoulder back and your left shoulder forward. Then bring your left heel close to the left hip. You'll feel it in the front of your left thigh and in the psoas, which runs all the way up through your abdomen. Exhale 1. The psoas is your fight or flight reset flexes. Exhale 2. You want to open that up. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Gently release the left foot. Place the left foot down. Tuck the left toes under. Pressing the hands, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Then bend the right knee. Externally rotate the right leg, feeling what it feels like to externally rotate after close, close, close. Inhale, come back to a down dog. Split and exhale, place the right foot on the floor. Inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. Now stay in Ashtanga Namaskar. Take the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. And on the inhale, lift the arms away from the body. Exhale 1, yes. Inhale. Exhale 2, so it's like knees, chest, chin with your hands behind your back. It's a back bend. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3, good. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5, lower the hands, release them, place the hands next to the chest. Press into the palms, lift the chest, slide toward the windows, cobra. Now stay in cobra. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Press your toes down and lift the back higher. Exhale 1. So it's all scapula and rhomboids. Exhale 2. It's not legs. Exhale 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Relax. Like, you know why I like back bends? Because a lot of back bending is about subtlety and also sensing it and feeling it more than seeing it. There's something subtle about practicing back bends because you're reaching for things you can't see. You're grabbing, you're opening up the part of the body that you don't always look at. Unless you have a real good full-length mirror with a full-length mirror in front of it in your boudoir, chances are you don't. So we never look at our back, right? And then now lift the head and chest a little. Now take the legs as wide as your mat. So your big toes are going to be on the outside of the mat. Then bend your right forearm and put your right forearm on the ground, kind of propping yourself up, okay? Then bend your left knee, reach back, grab the inside of your left foot. Notice how my eye of the elbow is facing outward. Now the goal here is my left big thumb is going to come right under the big toe. I'm going to press down and I'm going to rotate the hand and the elbow and the shoulder. So my fingers are now in line with my toes. And then I'm going to energetically pull this left hip back down toward the floor. And I'm going to push straight down on top of the left foot in frog. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Good boom. Yes. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Gently release your left foot. Make a little pillow with the forearms, put the forehead on the pillow and rock out the hips. Then lift the head and chest, bend the left elbow, put the left forearm on the ground, then bend the right knee, reach back, hold on to the inside of the right foot, get your right thumb underneath the right big toe, then start to move the right foot forward, rotate the shoulder forward, lift the right elbow up toward the sky, and rotate the wrist so that the fingers are in line with the toes. Then press straight down on the top of your foot. And then move your right hip crease toward the floor. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Gently release the right foot. Make a little pillow with the forearms. Place the forehead on the pillow. Rock out the hips. Full frog. Now, full frog is it looks a little bit like Dhanurasana, bow seat, but the difference is here you're pushing on the tops of the feet instead of kicking the feet into the hands. So bend the knees, reach back, grab the inside of the feet. Then start to push on the top of the foot. Move your shoulders forward in an internal rotation, then rotate your elbows up toward the sky, then rotate your wrists so your fingers are in line with your toes. Then press straight down on the tops of your feet and lift your chest up just a little bit, coming into a full frog. Exhale 1, good for you. Nice, Stephanie. Inhale. Exhale 2, good boom. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Gently release the feet. Rock out the hips. And breathe. One of the things I do think that's written into the asana practice is that the concept of all beings. Right? In asana, if you look at the asanas and you look at their Sanskrit names and you look at what they're called, you know, you cover everything. You cover birds, you cover amphibians, you cover reptiles, you cover saints and sages, you cover demigods, you cover trees and mountains. And there's an inclusion in the asana practice that sometimes we don't think about, that's there to get us to think about the bhav of each one of these beings. That's what frog is. We just did. It's the bhav, or the energetic, the shakti of a frog. My guru, Yogeshri Sudarshan Kanan, says that each asana is related to the one kriya that animal can do to readjust the spine so the energy moves freely. That's kind of an interesting way to look at it too. Place the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. On the inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yep. On the inhale, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Yep. Then exhale, bend the right knee into the chest, bring the shoulders over the wrist, move the right knee a little bit toward the left wrist, lay the right shin down, and extend the left leg back in a pigeon. A second pigeon on the right side. Now, if you need to, don't fold forward because you already did your forward fold pigeon. Now we're going to do pigeon as back bend. If you need to, put a little padding underneath the right hip or a block underneath the right hip because you want to be stable. Now walk the hands back so the shoulders are over the hips. So you're in a back bend. We're in back bend mode, right? Now options. Bend the left knee, reach back, hold on to the inside of the left foot with the left hand. That's option one. Once you have the foot with the hand, pull your right shoulder back toward the wall behind you and move your left shoulder forward. Option two, allow the left forearm to slide, or the left foot to slide up the left forearm into the elbow crease. That would be the second option. Now, if the foot is in the elbow, you can stay there. Or you can bend your left elbow, reach for your left ear, and lift your right hand off the floor and take your right hand behind your head and interlace your fingers, coming into Raja Kapot Asana, or the king pigeon. Good, Stephanie. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently release the hands if you have them behind your head. Let the left foot slide down the left forearm. Then let the left foot come to the earth. Tuck the left toes under. Press into the hands. Lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Then bend the right knee, open, stack the hips. Yep. Then come back to a down dog split. And then place the right foot on the floor. Lift the left leg up into the air. Now bring the left knee into the chest. Bring the shoulders over the wrist. Move the left knee toward the right wrist. Lay the left thigh down, the left shin down. Extend your right leg behind you, coming into your pigeon. Hey, if you needed to put a block underneath the right side, you can probably need to do it under the left too. Find your balance. Walk the hands back so the shoulders are over the hips. That's the first position, right? It's still a back bend. A little deeper. Bend the right knee. Reach back with the right hand. Grab the inside of the right foot. Yeah. Now you can stay there, or allow your right foot to slide up the forearm to the elbow crease. That's option 3. Option 4, lift the left arm up, bend the left elbow, interlace the hands behind the head. And then just pull the left shoulder back a little bit. Exhale, 1, beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. From here, if you have the hands interlaced, slowly release the hands. Let the right foot slide down to the elbow or to the wrist crease. Then let the right foot come to the floor. Then tuck the right toes under, press in the hands. Lift the left leg up into a down dog split. All right. Now, from here, we're going to take some action. Bring the left knee into the chest. Now, look forward toward the wall in front of you. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Come onto your left heel. Come onto your left heel. Lift your left toes up. Slide your left foot forward toward the windows, coming into Hanumanasana. All right, split or monkey deity. If you need to, here are options. Take a block, place a block underneath the left calf. Take 2 blocks, put them underneath your hands if the block is not going to meet your calf. Or bring the pelvis all the way to the floor. Now, energetically, keeping the right toes tucked under, because a lot of times you'll want to do it like a dancer, which is great, but that's opening the hip to the side. Tuck the right toes under. Now, lift the right knee up a little bit and energetically pull the left hip back toward the wall where I am and the right hip toward the windows. And you will feel the Shakti in that if you tuck those back toes under. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, good for you. Inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, pressing into the hands, lift the hips, lift the left leg up into a down dog split. See, now I like down dog splits when they're useful, right? Then bend the left knee, open, stack the hips. Good for you. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. Exhale, place the left foot on the floor. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, neutralizing. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back to the heels, downward dog. On the inhale, lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Now bring the right knee into your chest, bring the shoulders over the wrists, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Notice your back toes are tucked under. Come onto the heel of the right foot, lifting the toes up. Slide your right foot toward the windows. There you go, coming into Hanumanasana. Now you can put a block underneath the right calf. You can put a block underneath the right thigh. You can put blocks underneath the hands. But lift your left knee up a little bit and pull the right hip crease back toward the wall behind you and your left hip crease forward, and you will feel it deeper. And if you come onto the top of the foot, you'll just open up the hip like a dancer. But this is your yogi. Exhale 1. You want to feel it different. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Pressing into the hands. Lift the hips. Lift the right leg up into a down dog split. Then exhale, bend the right knee. Externally rotate. Inhale, come back to a down dog split. Exhale, place the right foot on the floor. Inhale, coming forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, come down, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. This should be easy after all that. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift the knees as high as the shoulders. Just a good old Dhanurasana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release the feet, rock out the hips. We should probably do Hanumanasana more often. It's like one of my favorites. I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I like the monkey. All right. Bend the knees. Put your hands on the soles of the feet like you're giving yourself a high five. Yep. Now, without moving your shoulders downward, grab the inside of your ankles with the eyes of the elbows facing outward. Good. Then dorsiflex the toes. Point the toes back toward the wall behind you, not the ceiling. Kick your feet into your hands and lift your chest higher. You'll ride back on your thighs a little bit in this variation. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good for you. Exhale 2. Inhale. I'm going to switch your hand placement. Exhale, 3. No. Inhale. Eye of the elbow. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Gently come down and relax. Doesn't that feel better on the shoulders? Bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, come down, roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips. Feet are about hips width distance apart and parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you, half bridge. Setu Bandha Asana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So check out how your feet even want to go out. So parallel them. Exhale, 2. Yeah, just be aware of what your feet are doing and wanting to do. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. I think you need hot pink bandages around your foot. I think you should make it bright. I think you should make your bandage on your foot like hot pink. Like bright. So I see it. Yeah. Yeah, bring a color. Release the hands, come down. Because at first I didn't know what you were telling me. You were telling me it was that foot. But it's the same color as your skin. So get some of that hot pink sports gauze and I can see it. Okay. All right, upward bow. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. Press into the hands and the feet, and on the inhale, lift up, upward bow. Good. Exhale, 1. Look at you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Grab my ankles. Okay? It's going to open up your shoulders. Sorry. So grab them right from the front. Okay. Second time, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, lift up. Push through me all the way and extend. Good. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. Yeah, that just changes everything for you. That little bit of change in the wrist changes the shoulder. One more time. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come up. Lift up. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Really push me away. Exhale, 3. Yep. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. You can make little circles if you want. Then allow the knees to come over to the left. Extend right arm out. If there's a variation in leg wrapping, you can do that. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. If you double wrapped or something, switch legs and go to the other side. Breathe. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward and back, rock forward and back. Come up to a seated position. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. You can stay facing the back of the room. Dorsiflex the feet. Lift the head and chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hold on to the feet. Paschimottanasana. So once I was in this yoga class, this was many years ago. It was with a young teacher. She started talking about like letting go of guilt and shame. And she went on about guilt and shame for a long time. Letting go of guilt and shame. And I like kept listening to it, and it kind of was just like yoga babble, because it was not making a lot of sense, right? But it kind of sounded good on the surface, like, oh, I shouldn't be shamed and I shouldn't feel guilty. One of the things that we're focused on in this exploration is the idea and the difference between toxic guilt and shame and non-toxic guilt and shame. Non-toxic guilt and shame, healthy guilt and shame is actually what sets your moral compass, right? Shame is that acknowledgement that you've done something wrong internally, and that you're embarrassed by it. And that idea of guilt is the willingness to not want to do that again. Now, there's one thing when people try to make you feel shameful and full of guilt, that's toxic. But that personal guilt and shame is our moral compass. And when we don't have a sense of guilt and shame, psychologists say that that's the beginning of a sociopathic narcissistic personality. That the person has no ability to recognize that they've done wrong or they've harmed, and they have no compassion and empathy. So, having a healthy sense of what your actions do to other beings is crucially important to apply these yamas and niyamas. We didn't chant niyamas, but they're the internal observations. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana, staff seat. Incline plank or tabletop, your choice. If you're coming into tabletop, bend the knees. If you're coming into incline plank, point the toes. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin in the chest and come down. From here, let's either find a spot on the wall for Viparina Karani, legs up the wall, or come into shoulder stand. If you are not coming into any inversions, you can also come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So we'll do a little shoulder stand practice. And a few minutes of headstand, because we did do our little tripods. That was a few breaths and inversions. But, we've seen people now in power. Like, this is interesting because we're living in times, they call this the Kali Yuga, the end of times when egoism, materialism, and self-gratification has taken over. It's the end of Dharma, or righteousness. And we're now in a time period where we've seen beings who are in power. And so it's not, I believe that a yogi should be able to talk about politics. Why? Because politics affects us. And so we've seen beings in power all over the world, not just in our country, but all over the world, who do not have the moral compass of healthy guilt and shame. They will say anything in any situation and think it's appropriate. no matter who it harms. They will do things to make money and have more power and not care how it affects those who are the weakest and most vulnerable. They're unashamed of it. They have no guilt. And in reality, if you have that kind of power and authority, nobody should have to make you feel shame or guilt. You should have the moral compass to actually do dharma and do what's right when you have that kind of power and authority. As much as the yoga shastras tell us that, when a person starts to live by dharma, a kind of ethnical living, that those around them will take notice and follow them. The same is true for when people observe people in power with no moral compass. They also imitate and do what they do. That's where the big problem comes. Because that kind of reaction to action works both ways. So there's always a monkey see, monkey do. And right now, it's much more popular to live unethically than it is to live ethically. Why? Because those people are getting rich. Those people are gaining more power. And a yogi has given up the power of control for the power of love. So they're not interested in that kind of power that's everybody's like gravitating to like a moth to a flame. Their sense of energy and bhav is slightly more subtle because it comes from love, unconditional love. If you're still in shoulder stand, let the toes come overhead, clasp the hands together and a fist behind you. And bend the knees a little bit, bring the knees alongside the ears, Karnapidasana, ear pressure seat. And place the hands on the floor, slowly come down. If you're in legs up the wall, you can, if you want to stay in there, you can, or you can come lay down on the back to practice fish. Turn the palms to face upward, pressing the elbows, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head. A little Matsyasana, seat of the fish. Here again, you got to include the fish too. All beings, not just some of them. Only, that's what most people think. Only the land walkers. No, think of all the little beings in the water too. Pressing the elbows, bring the chin and the chest, come down. Just a tiny bit of a headstand practice. Bring the knees into the chest. Roll over to one side. Come into a child seat. If you want to use the wall, I don't mind. Like I said in that workshop, it's more important that you come upside down than it is that you pretend you're in Cirque du Soleil. You don't have to do any tricks. From there, just interlace the hands together. Bring the elbows a little closer. Place the head on the floor behind the wrist. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up. Walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. That's an inversion. Heart is above the head. Bring the knees into the chest, heels toward the seat, half headstand. Lift the legs up toward the sky. full headstand. We won't stay here long. Like I said, we did a little bit of we offered up a little tripod and a little headstand. I think that may be C or D. Now bring the elbows just a little closer together. Yeah, good. Last 10 breaths, inhale. Exhale 10, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 1, slowly come down. Rest in a child's seat. You can reach back, hold on to the ankles, making a little space from the ears and the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10. Lift up and slowly make your way into Shavasana corpse seat. So you can come lay down with the head toward the windows, the feet toward the door. Let the breath breathe the body. Let the body become heavy and dense. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. Stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. And draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And then gently roll over to the right side. And stay there for a second. And pressing the left palm into the earth, slowly lift the torso up. And then come up to a seated position. And then once you have a seated position, commit to that seat. Find stillness. And close the eyes. Allow the breath to deepen, but you don't have to reapply Ujjayi Pranayama. Just have breath awareness. And start to focus the mind, drawing all the senses inward. On the inhale, silently chant to yourself, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. And as you exhale, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Just allow the mantra to be your focus. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, the words, and the actions of my own life contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Om Bolo Sadguru, Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here and such a beautiful energy in the class. Don't forget that this month we have a really exciting workshop, the May the 30th and June the 1st. Sri Rama Chandra is going to be here from Bengal, and it's going to be a 2-day mantra meditation session. So we'll chant. You do get a 2-hour lunch break. I do want to tell you that, but it's like 5 or 6 hours of chanting every day, and so I'm excited about it. So, and he's going to be here. His partner Ma Parvati is also coming. She's doing some stuff over in Brooklyn and some stuff in Asbury Park, but she'll be here for the this event. So they'll be here together, and she's kind of a tour de force. She's part of a Bengal bhakti practice, which is mantra based. I think it's called Bola. I have to look it up. But anyway, it's a practice where you basically chant mantras. So check that out. And if you go to our website, you can find links to their profiles and their ashram in Bengal. Then in June, it looks like we're having another Swami come from India who wants to come here. He wrote to us and said, "I've heard about you, and I want to come." And he had a lot to do with the organization of Kumbhalaya and recently, and that sounds interesting. He's a Shivite, so he wants to come and do Shiva meditation. So I'm like, okay, cool, bring it. This is good stuff. So everybody, be loved, be vegan. And I'll see you next time.